Now, at least 13 East and Southern African nations introduced male circumcision 5 years ago, following scientific findings indicating that the removal of the male organ's foreskin actually reduces HIV transmission by 60%. The multi-million-dollar program is succeeding in certain communities but struggling in others due to strong cultural beliefs, lack of knowledge, and fears over impotence. In this first edition of our three-part series, VOA's Gibbs Dube focuses on the state of male circumcision programs in Southern Africa.
This is the theater where we're going in and we're going to witness the male circumcision process.
It has been checked and now we start with the procedure.
Today is a big day for Mkolisi Kunene, who decided a couple of months ago to undergo a circumcision procedure in the city of Manzini, Swaziland. In this African country, male circumcision is not part of the nation's culture.
And now I'm going to pull the foreskin.
After applying only localized anesthesia, Kunene remains wide awake as a nurse and physician conduct the 20-minute circumcision. According to figures released by Population Services International, Swaziland intends to circumcise 45% of all males between the ages of 10 to 49 by 2015 and at least 70% of the male population by 2018. About 10,000 adults and 2,000 children were circumcised in 2013. Kelvin Sasimbonile Dlamini is among the first people who were circumcised when the country's circumcision program was restarted following its disastrous start in 2006. He says he had his own fears when the scalpel pierced his foreskin in 2009.
To be honest,
I was almost petrified when I went for circumcision due to fears that I would become impotent.
He says large numbers of circumcised men are believed to have abandoned condoms and are engaged in unprotected sex. They believe they are now immune to acquiring HIV.
When you are circumcised, you have this funny feeling which drives you to have sex without condoms.
In Zimbabwe and South Africa, circumcision has been welcomed largely by the Xhosa, Shangaan and other communities which have been practicing traditional circumcision ceremonies for centuries. Zimbabwe, Swaziland and South Africa are targeting millions of males to be circumcised by the year 2015. Opponents of this program say it is a waste of national and international resources. John Hombane, who lives in Swaziland's capital, Mbabane, believes that there is no need to be circumcised once you are married.
If you're young, it's possible. But now, if you're old, over 30 years, 40, like me, I'm married, I'm 40 years old, it doesn't make sense.
In some cases, potential clients are not yet prepared to be tested for HIV/AIDS before undergoing the procedure, as Melusi Moyo of Zimbabwe's grassroots soccer, which promotes circumcision through a program called Making the Cut, explains.
Most of the young people don't want to know their status, as it is a prerequisite for you to be circumcised. You have to be tested first before you're circumcised.
In most of the African nations where the program is underway, proponents are in a difficult fight against myths and cultural barriers. In the next edition of our three-part series, we'll focus on why circumcised men are abandoning the use of condoms. Gibbs Dube reporting for VOA News.
Well, we want to know what you think about Africa 54 and the stories that we cover. Please join the conversation on Facebook. The address is Africa 54. And of course, check out our headlines 24/7 on voaafrica.com.